High upon a hill, overlooking the picturesque valley of the river Szczawnica, you will find a unique panoramic point, offering sights of Pohorje, the northern part of Slovenske Gorice, the Szczawnica Valley, and the hilly countryside on the other side of the border to Austria. The green countryside, girded by wine-growing vineyards, forms the municipality of Sveta Ana, a small provincial Slovenian municipality. The village of Sveta Ana u Slovenskih Goricah lies in its center, surrounded by adjacent villages of Dražen Vrh, Frolech, Kremberg, Krivi Vrh, Ledinek, Lokavec, Rožengrund, Zgornja Bačkova, Zgornja Ročica, Zgornja Szczawnica, and Žice. Each of the villages boasts an interesting historical background and abundance in natural and cultural heritage, which in recent years has gradually been successfully included into the municipality's developing and extensive touristic offer. The parish church of Sveta Ana, the most important sacral building in the village, stands high in the center of the municipality. It was built between 1693 and 1705 upon the foundations of a wooden chapel, built in the same place in 1654. Art and architecture lovers will easily notice marks of late Slovenske Gorice Gothics on it. The three altars mark the beauty of its interior, the main one being the work of the Maribor sculptor Jožef Holzinger. The Succursal Church of Mary's Visitation is situated in Rožengrund. It is a relatively small building where masses are still held every Sunday. One of the most important sites of cultural heritage is also the Protestant or Lutheran cemetery on the way from Zgornja Szczawnica to the Church of Sveta Ana. It was built by Protestant settlers from Prekmurje in 1918. 15 graves with iron or stone gravestones have been preserved in it. A chapel, built in 1935, is part of the cemetery. Burials take place at the cemetery even today. More than 40 crosses, chapels, and memorials have been preserved in and around Sveta Ana, each having its own story, like promises of individuals when asking for help in difficult times of war or illness. One of the most prominent ones is the stone plague column, named the Marine Cross in Krivi Vrh, dated 1637. It gives proof that also this part of the country was tormented by the plague. A legend has it that a burial ground is hidden underneath. A visitor brought to Sveta Ana by his longing for natural beauty and cultural heritage will be able to stroll along a thoroughly maintained and clearly marked learning path. The path follows the local archaeological, natural, and cultural sites, as each village in the municipality can boast at least one of them, and the local inhabitants will gladly give information about it to any foreign or Slovenian visitor wishing to learn more. The path is organized in the form of 16 learning points and is intended not only for school children as an enrichment to the school's curriculum, but also for hikers wishing to enjoy the unspoiled nature and well-preserved cultural heritage of Slovenske Gorice. The Kolarič family from Sveta Ana have found a special way of cherishing a respectful attitude to nature and living in accordance with it. Visiting their house, you can walk around a nicely arranged herbal garden, admiring hundreds of medicinal herbs, enjoying the intoxicating scent of a number of various spices, listening to the songs of various kinds of birds, and watching the busy bees performing their daily tasks. In the herbal earth house, which the Kolarič family simply call the tea house, You can learn about the herbs and brews you can make from them, their importance, characteristics, and use. The members of the family will also tell you about the ways of collecting and drying the herbs, and will always serve freshly made tea with all the respect and hospitality that is suitable for the occasion. The herbal earth house can also be visited when hiking along Ana's Trail, which on a larger scale is part of the border hiking panoramic trail leading from the Koralps to Gornja Radgona. However, Ana's Trail is also a complete thematic hiking unit of its own on the territory of Sveta Ana. Each year, more and more hikers take part in a traditional hike that takes place on the 1st of May. The trail is clearly marked with distinctive signposts, and in addition to visiting natural and cultural heritage, takes the hikers to places with a rich offer of homemade food and high-quality wines of the wine growers of Sveta Ana. Among the archaeological sites in Sveta Ana, the tumuli represent one of the most prominent features of the region. Not only is their number impressive within the Slovenska Gorica region, but is considered remarkable even at an international level. The territory of Sveta Ana hides as many as 7 grounds revealing 45 tumuli. Singular tumuli, as well as tumuli burial grounds in Slovenska Gorica, are mostly attributed to prehistoric and Roman times. Following the learning trail, we step upon a Roman tumulus called the Ketish tumulus, where, according to a legend, a golden coach was hidden. The tumulus is round, with a diameter of 12 meters and a height of 1.9 meters. Today, the tumuli within the territory of Sveta Ana are protected and are declared to be archaeological monuments of local importance. One of the most important natural sites of Sveta Ana is the river Ščavnica, rising in the northeast of Slovenska Gorica, being the biggest right-side tributary of the river Mura in Slovenia. On the territory of Sveta Ana, its bed, lined by trees and bushes, has been preserved in natural shape. The river is full of life, as even today we can find an abundance of living species in it. However, it is even more important that some of the species living here can be counted among rare ones, even at a European level. The river can be crossed over one of many wooden footbridges, one of which being the so-called Breznik or Paulak footbridge in Zgornja Ščavnica. The learning path will take you across the river over this footbridge. In the past, the river Ščavnica used to abound in water, which was used to drive numerous mills along its riverbed. Today, however, there is only one mill still working in the valley of the river Ščavnica, the Rožman mill. It has been steadily modernized by the Rožman family for decades. They will gladly show you the modern way of grinding various kinds of grain. At the Kolarič oil mill, you could admire the natural way of producing pumpkin oil and the modern method of producing coldly pressed pumpkin oil. The annual production of oil amounts to 60 to 70,000 liters, including pure pumpkin oil, mixed oil, salad oil, and coldly pressed pumpkin oil. Their oils are sold all across Slovenia. However, most of their clients are still locals, producing their own pumpkin oil from pumpkin seeds they grow on their fields. A stroll around Sveta Ana should also take you to the Simonič farm in Zgornja Ščavnica, where the Simonič family produces natural homemade as well as special herbal vinegars in a completely natural biotechnological process of acidification. Another must-visit lying in the valley of the river Ščavnica is the Grafonj farm, a farm which still bears the mark of the hard-working and prosperous owners it has had. There you can admire a farm building with numerous pieces of tools used on a farm that has been preserved next to it. The premises, built in 1841 in a typical Styrian style, consist of a partly wooden one-story house with a cellar and a 6-axed facade, 2 farm buildings, a double rack, beehive, a water well, a wooden latrine, and a flax house, a small building where flax was dried. The Grafonj farm will open its doors to any visitor wishing to take a step into the past, to have a look at the heritage preserved from our ancestors, and to enjoy a short moment of a life on a farm as it used to be years ago. Another beautiful example of preserved architectural heritage is also the farm of the Kappel family in Draženvrh. The farmhouse itself is marked by the preserved old wooden house called Čimprača, built around 1850. On the premises, you can also find a farm building with a lot of preserved farm tools, which bear witness to the life, habits, work, and creativity of our ancestors. You can also see how shoes were made in the past. The Kappel farm is not the only ethnological monument preserved in Draženvrh. Just a couple hundreds of yards further in the direction of Zgornja Velka, you can visit the Perko farmhouse, ornamented in its front gable by a sun clock and a niche with a statue of the Virgin Mary. Another special feature of the farmhouse is also the double leaf door marked by wrought iron guards. Lovers of technical heritage are kindly invited to the still intact Močnik smithy in Zgornja Ščavnica. In it, you will find the original open forge, the bellows, anvil, and all the tools needed for a blacksmith for his work. The owners are planning to revive the smithy and thus enable visitors to experience the craft of the ironsmiths as it used to be in the past, and has today been almost entirely replaced by modern industrial methods. One of the special features of Sveta Ana is also the vivid social life of its inhabitants. The entrance into the main municipality building immediately takes us through the main hall, where various exhibitions and smaller events regularly take place, as well as where, not so unimportantly, weddings are still held regularly. In the cellar of the building there is a wine shop, unique in that it is built from old brick. It offers high-quality wines from local wine growers. This is a place with an atmosphere appealing not only to the wines, but also to the people drinking it. In the very center of Sveta Ana, you can also find the famous old wine press, which is girded by a scion of the old vine, the oldest living specimen on earth of a noble grapevine that still bears grapes, registered in the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest vine in the world, growing and bearing grapes for over 400 years on Lent in Maribor. The inhabitants of Sveta Ana are also very proud of another noble wine sort called Postić, the name of which allegedly derives from Sveta Ana after the famous enologist Franz Postić, who lived and worked in Sveta Ana in the middle of the 19th century. Social events also take place in the newly built Culture and Tourist Center, which with its 513 square meters offers place for the activities of numerous clubs, a tourist information office, and a big hall meant for cultural and tourist events, plays, puppet shows, concerts, lectures, and so on. The employees of the tourist office are in charge of the promotion of Sveta Ana and its wider surroundings, the whole Slovenska Gorica, as well as for giving information to any interested visitor. In the very center of Sveta Ana, you'll find the Gostilna Eder, whose kitchen boasts a long tradition. The guests can enjoy the food on the summer terrace or in a beautifully equipped hall offering enough space for up to 150 people. The menu extends from traditional dishes to modern ones, but the most prominent are fish and venison specialties. The wine list includes high-quality wines from the inn's own production. Second only to agriculture, tourism is one of the most important economies in the municipality. Touristic farms and wine shops are scattered around the picturesque villages, with smooth roads and clearly visible signposts leading to them. They can be reached also by recreational, cycling, or walking paths, or simply by those we take to free our minds of everyday trouble. Their offers include tasty homemade traditional dishes, high-quality wines, and homemade juice. Thus, a visitor strolling around the villages of the county can find refreshment at any of the following open-door farms: Gundelschenveter in Draženvrch, the touristic farms Baumann in Ledinek, Michalic in Rožengrund, Slaček in Zgornja Bačkova, or Seneković in Frolech. And those eager to taste wines from Sveta Ana should visit Vinogradništvo Hafner in Krivi Vrh, Vinogradništvo Eder in Sveta Ana, Vinogradništvo Gundelschenveter in Draženvrch, or Vinotoč Polič in Sveta Ana. Fresh air, unspoiled countryside, excellent homemade food, and high-quality wines, in addition to the escape from the fast-moving city life, are just some of the reasons why you should visit this small place on earth and spend a day or two in these picturesque surroundings. Come and visit us. You are warmly welcome.